Well, what is this?
6.
What is this?
X.
X, and X is?
6.
So let's see if it's right.
6, 12, 14, 8 equals 8, 6, 14.
Did we figure it out?
14 equals
14 equals 14.
Any kid that in our system can be a problem. So we got to push that black and white aside, that yellow or whatever, and start to focusing on the root cause of the problem that are there. And I think we all can be educated from the kids, how hard they work, what they put into it in the community, and we can focus on making our community a better place to live.
What we're trying to do here using modern 20th century technology and artifacts is date some cultural periods based on a dig that was done. We have some clues that have been provided for us. The technological kinds of clues are through thermoluminescence, something or other, and carbon dating. So that gives us some idea of what period of time each of these levels represents, and so from there we're trying to break it down into more specific time period.
And at the convention we talked about the 5 top resolutions, and they just debated on it, and it was, you know, it was a good turnout. So.
Mm-hmm. And where did it go from there?
Well, they voted in the schools for their presidents, and they got a lot of ideas.
And on the resolutions.
Yeah, on the resolutions too. And they got a lot of ideas in their heads about how the voting goes and how the political process is, and we've gotten a lot of good comments from.
Lord, I have a few things to ask you. The first thing is why? Why have you taken me from my family, my people, my bloodline, and put me here on this ship? Lord, I'm so scared. The pain, the hurt. My mama once told me, Lord, that things happen for a reason. Lord, please tell me my reasoning. Please, and save me.
It's not the writing that takes a long time. I think about a book perhaps 2 or 3 years before I ever put any words on paper. I keep notebooks of every book to be with masking tape on the spine, with the name of the book. And whenever I get an idea, or I find a map or a picture that I think would help me in describing something in the book, it goes in the notebook, so that by the time I really sit down to write it, maybe 1 inch, 2 inches thick, with things that I will use.
I think what sold the program to our youth was no questions asked. That is, if the young person showed up at a firehouse, primarily in Minneapolis and a couple of firehouses in the suburbs, presented their gun, they got their $50 voucher back. Nobody asked their name, fingerprints. The guns were collected and then destroyed. No records were kept of what kinds of guns or the serial numbers. And by doing it that way, I think we engendered the kind of trust that our young people responded to, and that's why I think we got the number of guns we did.
To that, we're also seeing as a trend kids coming in younger and younger, and that I think really puts the juvenile court and the juvenile system to a test, because it's obvious that we really then do have to make our best efforts at rehabilitation, and also concern ourselves with public safety.
What Jenna and Ruth really have done is involve the young people and ask them, how do you want this city to work? What kind of activities should we have? How do you want to be engaged? You know, what's on your mind? And so today we've got over 60 people, 60 young people involved with my youth council, looking at issues in the environment and human rights, what to do on weekends, politics. If something's going on in the city, they want to be involved, and they're becoming more and more involved.
And youth are giving their input.